Joy. It's a lot of fun. It's comfortable, powerful. It's Defender. I mean, you feel Defender when you're in it. Just too much.
Oh man, this thing is so much fun. We just took it up on some really tight, twisty roads above PCH in the canyons. And what I was impressed with, you don't expect a solid axle vehicle made for off-roading to handle like that, especially with this ancient steering design. All the upgrades to the chassis are amazing. Super taut, very tight, no squeaks, no rattles. Even with BFG all-terrains, the thing was hanging in the corners. The torque vectoring all-wheel drive system with the Quaife diffs was amazing. It's really hard to put 525 or so horsepower to the ground, and this vehicle does it amazingly well. I don't think that if you blindfolded me and put me in it, I would know that, you know, this is a Defender 90.
So smooth, so comfortable. The acceleration wasn't jerky, so I never felt afraid to put my foot on the gas. If anything, I want to go faster. Especially with how big and beefy it is, it feels so smooth and comfortable. It's almost like a sports car hiding in a big SUV. It's really, really nice.
So it's an incredibly fun car to drive. It's one of those, you really don't know how much power it has until you put your foot down on the pedal. Incredibly impressed with how quick it is to get off the line, how quick it is to make turns.
It's hard to pick one favorite thing. I would say the beauty of the leather and interior. Stepping on the throttle would be right up there at least.
Favorite thing about it, I don't know if it's the really powerful brakes or the direct steering or the V8 engine under the hood. Honestly, I think it's something really weird. And it feels like you're in a sports car in a high chair. And so you have this really high hip point and center of gravity, and that's what I like. Because there's a lot of vehicles that you could get this type of performance out of, but that's not the point. The point is you're doing it in this vehicle, which is pretty cool.
Favorite thing is because it's on a Defender chassis. You know, I've always loved that vehicle. I've always wanted to own one. And now that I do, you know, you look at something like this and go, you know, this is something that my wife could drive in. We could actually go to an event and have air conditioning and feel comfortable riding in a vehicle like this as opposed to riding in the school bus.
Without a doubt, favorite feature is the sound and the power. It like gets you in your gut. It makes you feel like nothing else. It's like a roller coaster ride. It really is. There's nothing else like it.
We, you know, have one in another part of the world, and so it feels very familiar in that way, but very comfortable. A different ride as far as comfort and suspension and power. Lots of power in this car.
I think what really strikes me is the fit and finish, the quality of how well it's screwed together, the thoughtfulness, and of course all the modern features like you know, a great stereo and cruise control and air conditioning. And I have to tell you, I mean, it's we were pushing it in some lower gears, and the temp needle never moved once, never had a flaw with the transmission.
My 110 is a TDI, and it's like driving a school bus. You know, so the difference between driving a school bus and driving a Lamborghini would be the only way that I could compare the two, because there is no comparison.
This thing shifts like crazy. Yeah, that is right.